Today we're going to talk environment for growth. Good morning, and thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. In my backyard in my lanai, what I call my outdoor man cave, I have several orchids. I love orchids. They're beautiful when they bloom. Now, unfortunately, sometimes squirrels and birds like to get in there and start digging them apart. And I had one particular orchid that I thought it was dead. However, I took it with a little mass of some moss and I stuck it in the crevice of one of my trees. Now, this was right before we got a whole bunch of rain for a week. And when I put it in the tree, the roots coming out were maybe 1 inch long. And a week later, after all that rain, I just happened to take a look at it, and it had several roots about 1 foot long or longer. And I had to look at it a couple of times. I'm thinking, wait a minute, is this the same orchid that I planted? It just boggled my mind. And I started doing a little research, and I was actually speaking to a client about it, that what he said and what I read was when you give this plant the right environment and the right humidity and such, and all the right factors, it'll explode. As it did. It went from having little stubs and me thinking it was dead to just flourishing in a week's time because it had the right environment. And why do I share this? Think about your business. Do you want it to flourish? And does your team, have you created the environment for your team to flourish? I talked a couple of weeks ago about take care of your team. The team will take care of the customer will take care of the business, and the business will take care of you, the owner. But think about it. Have you created the culture, the brand, the environment to have fun, to be productive, to grow for your team? Because if you haven't, you might just be like that little orchid sitting there and me thinking I could have thrown it away, but I didn't. I just stuck it in a tree and it flourished because all of a sudden it was in the right environment. And how do you create the right environment for the team? First of all, be clear on your vision, where you're going with your organization, what you stand for, your mission, how you accomplish that vision, your culture, your core values, something that holds the glue of your organization and your team together. Make sure you have position agreements for everybody on your team where they know the roles and responsibilities. Quarterly review process, semi-annually review process, where you're sitting down with them and grading them on everything they're responsible to do. Are you using some type of behavioral assessment so you understand the different behaviors and you can shift your behavior to them so they can get better results and you can get better results? These are just few of the things of creating the right environment for your team and give them the opportunity to flourish. Just that, like that little orchid, which I thought was dead, and when I gave it the right environment, not even knowing it, it flourished. So I hope today has been valuable. I hope I gave you something simple to think about. Create the right environment for your team. They will flourish just as my little orchid did. As always, I want to thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. I want to wish you a productive, profitable week. See you next Monday. Go get 'em.